This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Today we're going to talk about you falling in love with rejection. Rejection. Now, if you think about that word, it is one of the most masculine words you will ever find. If it is something that men have, or that is a masculine trait, and that femininity should not really experience at all, it is competitiveness. Being rejected because someone else is better than you, or being rejected because what you did was not good enough. This is what fuels testosterone and what fuels masculinity. Failing. It's a good thing. It's a fantastic thing. Whenever you fail, as long as you get back up again and you try one more time, and then you fail and fall down and you get back up again, as long as you keep doing that cycle, you will become stronger. You will become more masculine. You will become more manly. This is the journey that we're all on as men of high value. It is about enjoying the journey of rejection, enjoying the journey of failing forward towards our goals. We want to create lives of abundance. Massive abundance in every single category of our lives. And we can absolutely have it all. The only thing stopping us from having it all, and when I'm talking about having it all, is basically having quality relationships that fire us up every single day, having vibrant health, and having financial means that exponentially grows as time passes by. All those things can be yours as long as you fall in love with rejection and getting back up again. If you actually learn this process and be okay with failing forward, this is one of the biggest secrets of having a joyful and abundant life, is understanding this key thing. I have a 9-year-old son. He's amazing in so many aspects, and I know because he's my son and I'm gonna teach him the correct principles, his life is gonna be out of this world amazing with joy and happiness, as long as I keep loving him and appreciating him and approving of him and helping him towards becoming his best. Like, I have an expectation of him, yes, but I'm not expecting more from him than what I do myself. My son will do more of what he sees me do than what he hears me say. And that's my focus. And one of the things that happened today, we're playing card game. He's 9 years old and he still hasn't gotten over the fact that it's okay to lose. It's okay to fail. It's okay to lose the battle as long as you win the war. There's nothing wrong with failing, and so he cries sometimes. And that's okay too. The fact is, I want him to cry and get that out of his system now. We gotta realize that basically from 0 to 9, but also until 12 years old, boys are very much in their feminine state. Their testosterone and their manly and masculine traits and features come from their sperm production. And that sperm production in his body has not properly started yet. This is why his testosterone levels is approximately the same as girls are during that time frame. But the moment things start kicking in, he's gonna develop massively more testosterone, massively more masculine and manly traits, and then at that time he'll also understand what I've been sharing with him his entire life. That it's okay to fail forward, that it's okay to fail, that it's okay to lose, and that you should be happy towards your opponent who's winning over you, because if you are, you're learning from him at the same point in time, and you're basically gathering knowledge and learning everything that you need to do in order to succeed next time. Losing the battle while winning the war, okay? If you think about all the greats that have ever lived, the greats all had massive amounts of failures before they ever succeeded. It didn't happen without failure. Failure is the reason why they got to where they are today. And that's going to be the exact same thing for you as long as you stay on track with getting back up, never giving up, and sticking on track to this channel. Make sure you like and subscribe because this channel can motivate you, get you up in the morning, can help you to stay on track towards your dreams and goals because they are the ultimate thing of why you were put on this planet. You were put on this planet to have lots of joy and happiness. That joy and happiness doesn't come from pleasure alone, even though pleasure is an important part of our human experience. It comes from depth, and then having the pleasure and the joy together by having depth in our relationships, in our health, and in our finances. You've got to have it all. And to be honest with you, it starts first with understanding relationships. Right? The 4 phases of leadership. Number 1, lead yourself. That's always going to be number 1. Understanding yourself, your relationship to you is more important than your relationship to other people and your relationship to your future women. Your relationship to yourself, how you feel about you, your confidence, your self-esteem, the fact that you value yourself. Do you understand that you are part of a movement that is called the Men of High Value movement? That means that the moment you watch this and keep watching this channel, it automatically makes you a man of high value because you're thinking big. You're thinking long-term and you're thinking abundance in every single category of life. The simple fact that you're thinking about these things makes you a man of high value as long as you don't give up, don't quit. The only way that you're going to fail and become a man of low value or stay who you are is simply giving up, not continuing on the road towards your destination, which is your dreams and goals. Love the rejection. Love your failures. Love every single step of the way because you are going to eventually get there. It only requires consistency in showing up every single day for a long period of time. That's all it is. Because the cool part about rejection is that you're learning. There's no such thing as losing. You either win or you learn. And learning in some ways is even better than winning. Right? It's insane to think about, but learning is better than winning. If you think about it, you start the process of being on the journey for success, right? Imagine if you in the beginning simply win all the time. How much are you learning when you're successful? Nothing. You're learning nothing when you're winning because you think that, well, I guess I've made it. I guess I'm amazing and now I can go out and do whatever I want. It doesn't work like that. The fact that you're failing is the thing that makes you learn the things that are necessary for you to eventually win big. My boy Luista with the canvases. What he's been doing right now is his success is massively shot up in the air. But the fact of the matter is that if he doesn't fail, he won't learn. Now, the cool part about him succeeding so fast has been because of my failures. Now, that's the smart thing about having a coach who's been there and done that, because you don't have to go through the same mistakes and the same rejections and same problems as that coach did, because he's already been there and you can simply ask a question and get the answer. When you hit a small failure, you can easily, oh, what's the answer again? Boom! Now it's not a failure anymore, you've learned it, and it's not a big rejection, how a lot of business owners have to go through when they basically don't want to be coached and they just want to do it their own way. That's one of the weaknesses of masculinity, trying and failing on your own because you don't want help from anyone else. You got to understand that you've got 95% is supposed to be masculinity, but then you've got those critical 5%, which are your feminine traits, which help you to be kind, to be people-skilled, to be nurturing towards your employees and to the people that you work with, but also to take coaching from someone else who has been there and done that and who is higher up in the business hierarchy than you are, so that you can take things to the next level and not fail forward only on your own. Bring people into the mix and learn from others, because it's the fastest way to get towards your dreams and goals. Understand that rejection is the name of the game. That is the thing that separates men from women completely, is the fact that men can learn to love rejection. Women will never learn to love rejection, because it's the biggest thing that basically messes with their brain, and they can't handle rejection. And if they eventually do, it's because they're becoming massively masculine, and then what happens is they end up getting the biggest rejection of all, is a shrinking dating pool of feminine men who are the only ones who want to date them. That's what sucks when it comes to being a woman. In terms of moving towards rejection and falling in love with rejection, it messes their lives up in the long run. But for men, however, if you move towards rejection and start loving the rejection and keep getting up, never giving up, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna eventually fall in love with the rejection, or not care about the rejection, right? And then once that happens, you now do more of the rejection thing that no one else is willing to do. This is a key point. If you are willing to do the things that other people are not willing to do, like me, for example, on a Saturday evening when we've just put down the kids and I could just be watching TV together with my wife, I told her I'm going downstairs to make a video for the Men of High Value channel, because that's what we're all about. We're doing things that other people are not willing to do, so that we later can live the way that other people cannot. That's the whole point of this video. Start loving rejection, guys. It is amazing when you start doing it, because the moment you start loving rejection, not only are you doing something that other people are not willing to do, but you're exponentially taking action with those things that other people are not willing to do. So suddenly you're doing 200x or 100x or whatever it is more than the other person who's not even thinking about being rejected, because he can't stand the rejection, but you move full force towards it, because at the end of the rainbow, man, there's a lot of treasure and abundance. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you in the next video.